Alright, guys, what's up? This is People of the Empire. There. Again, I know it's been a long time for like months since our first pilot episode, but we are do we're but we're officially doing what we can to do this. Our first to- Anyways, on to the first topic. Video. Oh, by the way, I want to put a shout out to to the very first to our to the Super Bowl winners. There's the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the one thing I've got to mention. Sorry. And God, I think you screwed up this one. Uh my Anyways, this is Lone Wolfen, and this is my brother with it.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Anyways, let's start our first topic of the podcast. As we're talking about cancel culture. I've been trying to do some digging for this for a while now, and thanks to looking up YouTubers like Nuxtaku, if you haven't subscribed to him already, be my guest. Just do it. He's a really good guy, and one one of the best. And it's an insane thing. The more I'm looking into it, that's that cancel. If people do not know, cancel culture is pretty much this thing where people take the internet to try to pretty much ruin and trying to end a certain creator's career or something. But after doing some more digging, this became a very insane thing. Like for instance, the first person I'm going to talk about that's been affected by this was a YouTuber named James Charles. Well, he is a beauty makeup tutorial YouTuber. He is, and ever since he came to he started promoting a rival nutrition company. He that's rival to his friends and Tita's his own Tika, or was Tita, or was it Tika? Anyways, he was working with the rival company of his best friend Tita's his own nutrition thing, whatever. And she tried to pretty much shame the guy by telling people that he betrayed her, and that James Charles is trying to make sure that he's trying to seduce straight men into having sex with them or something. And this is actually while also trying to promote her own brand of nutrition stuff as well. Well, what do you think about this?
Um, well, this happened like a few months ago, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not really a few months ago, but it was actually a good thing to talk about. It happened like last year, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a whole lot of back and forth and kind of like he said, she said, and I think people rallying behind either kind of shows. I don't really know how to put it. Although, ironically speaking, we're talking about it right now. I think people are getting upset over either or uh, just goes to show how people don't really have anything better to do besides follow the stories going on around them. Um, yeah, like at the end of the day, I think people should, when looking at a story, because that's the other thing too. I think one of the things that the story proves, because I think someone accused one person of the other, if I remember correctly, and then this person had like a counter like story but then like, oh no, but it was actually like this, and then you have wait, they said that, but no, it was actually this. And it seems like a lot of people, when they get outraged over, for the most part, kind of incomplete stories, and they're really only getting like a bit of whatever like the whole story is, and want the harshest consequences possible for whatever the situation is. And some of the things that happen can be minute, um, that people get outraged over. And I think before we kind of villainize or vilify anybody, we should stop, look, see what exactly happened. What's the context of why this person said whatever or did whatever? Is it right? Is it wrong? And then we should measure how like wrong it is. If it is wrong, like, is it really that bad? Does this affect my life in any way? Is there a serious injustice like occurring before our eyes? Like, and I don't know, 9 times out of 10, people like are mad about the one thing for like a day, which I personally I think there's way too much energy being like used up on something that doesn't affect you for people to even be outraged in the first place. But like after that one day, they don't think about it anymore, and it's just like, who exactly are you satisfying? Like at that, are you really satisfying yourself if a particular person gets the platform? Like, does that really make your whole life feel better? And I would argue that about 99% of the time, that's not necessarily the case. But how do you feel?
I feel that people should at least look at the facts, that they shouldn't try to they shouldn't try to cast a lot of cloud on others just because of one thing, of some things what other people said. But
Yeah.
what?
I would say, yeah, I agree.
But then there's other things, like when would something like this be would be deserved? Like what happened, like I don't remember, it was like last year or the end of 2018. I think it was the end of 2018, but there but it's when it's from but when the controversy was well deserved, like in the end of 2018, I believe. It is with Logan Paul. No, you know what I'm gonna go to, right?
Suicide Forest
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. I I personally dislike Logan Paul and his brother Jake for many different reasons, because I really, really don't like them. But wait, what Logan Paul did was pretty much idiotic. Like, I even looked up Naxtaku's video about apologies and how Logan Paul go about it all wrong, and he is trying to save his own image just by doing shit that pretty much was there's nothing to it's pretty much I forgot the word I'm looking for. Weird. Anyways, Logan Paul tried to do stuff like promote like help mental health hotlines or whatever, and try to help. But problem is, I problem is nothing's working. Just saying you apologize does not help at all. What do you think?
Well, I think I'm trying to think of how to explain it. Well, let's put it. Let's have an analogy with this. Granted, it's a little bit different because with YouTubers or online content creators, they're constantly making content, and it's not necessarily a one-shot thing. But for instance, if you have like a bad movie, like you think the movie's going to be great, um, it releases on a Friday, and people go and they realize, holy crap, like this movie sucks. Um, I don't like. There's nobody out there saying like, hey, this movie's really bad and it said a few things that I don't agree with. We need to take this thing down. A lot like, no, word's gonna go out, hey, this movie sucks. Don't go to it. Don't give it your money or attention. And slowly but surely, like after like a week or so, no one talks about it anymore. And then whoever actually did like it, they'll buy the DVD in like 2 days, or excuse me, in like 2 months, or watch it on like Netflix or whatever, if they choose to watch it. And I think people should, I think anyway, for the most part, with content creators that do stuff like Logan Paul did, or Jake Paul, or whoever makes that like one or two videos that are like really, really horrible. Or like if, like let's say with Logan Paul or Jake Paul, how like the videos overall are just showcasing them as really genuinely bad people. I think people should let their opinions be known in like, the comment section. I mean, that's what a comment section is for. And overall, it's just like, let the audience, if people don't like the content, there's the dislike button, there's a comment to let the creator know like this sucks. And let the marketplace decide like whether it's worth someone's time, instead of like demanding XYZ. I know a lot of people got mad and like, oh, you should apologize forever. And I think that's the right call. I don't think like shutting down like someone's YouTube channel, for instance, over like a poorly thought out video, at least with like, granted, there are definite like moral wrongs with uploading a video of like a suicide, like some dude that was like hung up to like a tree and whatnot, of course. But it's not a crime being committed. It's just a showcase of like poor character. Now, if there's videos online of somebody like shooting cats and whatnot, of course that's a crime. That's terrible. And yes, they need to be removed and need to be thrown in jail for 3 lifetimes. But let the marketplace decide. If they see that video and they're like, this is disgusting, I'll never support this person again, then show it for your actions. Don't watch. Like I like the person should be allowed to, or like, I mean, like allow the person to see that and be like, oh, okay, this was actually messed up. It shows in the numbers. People don't really watch me or like me as much anymore. I made a mistake. Or like, a lot of people are saying this was messed up. Okay, I see the mistake. I'm sorry. Because like, yeah, I know the suicide forest thing was a little extreme, but if we don't allow people to see that they're wrong and learn why they're wrong, but we take it to like the utmost extreme, be like, you know what, no, that's it, that was your one like strike and you're out. I think at that point, like, it really like puts us all like on eggshells, walking around, what's going to offend this person, what's going to offend that person. And especially for people who perhaps might be going for jokes or something that's like a little entertaining. Some people, like, comedians, they like to flirt the line between like what's acceptable and what's going to like really like offend a few people. And I think that's where some of the beauty of comedy is finding that line and walking it. So yeah, I mean, I think let the marketplace decide, and I think we're all humans and we can learn. Well, most of us can learn from our mistakes, but we need to allow that to happen, because if we don't,